Oh, that's cool. Club Pirate Radio Crew. Like in ham radio? Like in hacking radio waves? Like underground? That's cool. Hey guys, how are you? I'm starting tonight's stream. I usually do 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Actually, you know what? Let the stream load a minute. Hang on, you guys. Let it stream. Hi, YT, how are you? How are you? Notice I'm going to be paying attention to this stream over here. I fulfill my readings on this platform because of the censorship on this one. You can't say much anymore. But if you want to participate in the free yes and no, you gotta meet me on TikTok. Hey guys, how are you? If you guys want to participate, you can meet me on TikTok. But if you want a reading, I'm gonna fulfill them on here because of the censorship. Hey guys, how are you? All right, I'm gonna be starting the free yes and no. I'm gonna be doing it with a crystal ball for those know how I do things. And if you want to book a tarot, they are $25. I have lots of different things in my shop. I'm an astrologer and I offer a lot of different things. So my shop is full of stuff. I don't know what you want. But it's a short stream. My hours are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursdays, I'm going to try to do a late night pop in. But yes, my hours are on the notes. All right. Getting started. Let's see. Charlie, right? Is that the name? Charlie? Yeah. Okay. Will you be seeing Dylan really soon? Okay. So this, so the first thing that I saw was a pregnant woman and a man. And this kind of feels like family. Kind of maybe like a sibling or an aunt or something like that. It doesn't come in like a friend, it comes in like family. The person is, you know, I also don't know if they cook. I know this is kind of a little bit odd there. I know you're just asking a romantic question if you're going to see them or not. You're not asking for this kind of thing. But if you're not used to scrying, you're not going to understand how it works. I give a message that, yes, I'm going to answer the question, but I'm also going to tell you what I see when I read the energy of that person, okay? So this lets me know that the person is frustrated with their environment. Maybe they're not comfortable with how they're living. Maybe they want their own space. There's something annoying to them with comfortability. So indicating in the home space. So I would assume that, you know, when a person is trying to get romance off the ground or they're trying to pursue something like that and their home environment or their work life is not kosher, you know, it's going to stagnate and stall things. So I would say the person needs to get back to a lot of things. I would say that I don't see like a speedy connection there right away, but maybe understanding what his situation is currently could be helpful. So I hope that message helped. All right, let's see. Robin, should you give up on Chris? It's interesting. I see a haunted house, and you know, like I don't mean like a haunted house literally. I meant like a Halloween one. This is taking me to like a Halloween event, and it seems like the person is very preoccupied with that, and it seems like they're about to make a new connection. So what am I saying? I'm saying no. I see that the connection runs a bit cold. There's no get up and go, you know. Let's see. I want to make sure. So spam away because it helps me see your question. I don't ignore anybody. It helps me out. The only thing that pisses me off is when someone in capitals says, "Are you ignoring me? You're ignoring me. You're skipping me." Grow up and you're being blocked. But like, no, spam away. Trust me. It must be so difficult for you guys to like, get your question heard. I don't blame you for posting. And then you got to like wait for my eyeballs to dart to the screen. I totally get it. Spam away. I actually appreciate that. I try to get to everybody. Let's see. That's a really cool name, Pirate Radio Cruise. So I asked you before, I don't think you heard me. Does that have to do with ham radio? Like old school radio hackers? Or is that like a whole other thing? It sounds really cool. Okay, let's see. Let me answer your question. You are asking, oops, wait, the screen went. Pushed something I shouldn't have, wait. Okay, let's see. Hello, it's so important. I really need to know. Cheryl, love you to make the first move. Okay, Cheryl. Not yet. Is she a female Sagittarius? You may not know her moon or rising sign, and that can be very valid in the identities, not always the sun. There is a lot of Sag to her. So she's very unpredictable and very, yeah, female Sag is very, very humorous, very, very funny, very foot and mouth. No, I'm seeing you got to wait a little bit. I do see there's chemistry, but you have to wait a little bit. It could be a little bit awkward right now. She's a Virgo? Okay. But that's her sun sign. So I'm asking moon or rising, or if she has a stellium. So there is Sagittarius to her, for sure. Yeah. Does she love you? No. She's not in love with you. She's in the process of maybe beginning to start that. So being in love, are you asking like, does she desire you romantically? She finds you attractive. Falling in love takes a bit, and it takes a bond. Like, 'cause I'm taking your question literally, what literal real in love means. No, that things lead up to that. It's an intensity that grows in the beginning, and then it's deep. So you're asking the deep question. There's interest, yes. There's interest, yes. So you have to keep at it because I'm showing there's chemistry. But it takes a lot to feel that deep feeling, It takes about a good 3 months, 2 months to really go from the beginning sparkly, passiony stuff to go into that deep thing. And that's what I'm telling you. It's not enough time yet. All right, she seems really independent, so it takes a little bit. But definitely there's something there. But I think that you partially have her attention and partially you don't, which comes from learning her sign very well. Virgo females are a bit reserved with what they want and what they feel. They feel vulnerable if they explain it too much. Though they're vocal about everything else. A little bit bossy. But yeah. Okay, let's see. Rosie. Am I right to have trust issues with people around you? That's a psychological question. If you're asking, the way you're wording that sounds like you're asking a therapist. I do not pretend to be a therapist. I'm a psychic. So if you want to clean up your question and make it spiritual, I can answer it. But you're asking a mental health question, you got to book something with a mental health therapist for that. Okay, let's see. Brill, will you and Michael fall in love? Wait. Will Michael, I don't know the periods and the slashes, I don't understand. Will Michael fall in love with you again? All right. If a person's in love with you and they fall out, they don't fall back in. So that's very strange. You know what I mean? You mean like rekindle? You're asking about an emotion. Yeah, if I seem annoying the way that I'm very Mercury and very literal in the way I'm asking questions, is because I'm divining. So if you and I were having a conversation over a cup of coffee, I'd be really chill and I'd get what you're saying. Because, yeah, it makes sense in a human way. But if I'm asking spirits, there's a formula to it. It's very methodical and very technical. So you can't lead the question, you can't assume. You see? So I can't ask that. Did he fall in love and he's not? I can ask if he's in love now. There is a comparison to an ex. I don't know if they officially went out, but this is a person that moved on, and he still regrets and has certain fears built on that. So I would say that his in love is skewed. So the question you're asking, the answer I guess right now would be no. I realize you have a past, so you could be the ex, but it's not who I'm seeing. So in other words, there's something else he's comparing his love experience with in his past that makes him different today's date. So his evolution, his change. Okay? All right, let's see. Ronnie, is a chance a lesson for your person, please? Does he love you? A chance. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait. What? A lesson or your person? Oh, I see what you're saying. All right. So, okay. I'm going to ask if he's in love with you right now. And I'm going to leave it at that. If you want me to get into who's your soulmate and what the destiny is of a relationship, you got to book a reading. I'm an astrologer specializing in love. So if you want to know like the destiny of your career or the destiny of marriages or your soulmate, that's in astrology. If you want to get into deep detail, mind read, what he's feeling, what's going to happen, what did happen, what the secrets are, you can book a tarot with me. This is a quick answer. A lot of people, because they're cheap, you know, they want to like eat a whole gourmet meal for a cheese cube for $1. The dollar value menu is not the course. So I'm answering easy questions. You know, you wanna take it that route, go for it. I don't care. I'm here to help out, but understand what you're getting. All right, it's a simple question that I'm offering. You want to look into it? That's cool. No, I get it, but how's that my problem though? You see, I'm not going to change, you know, I'm just straight up. I'm not going to, you know, change my style to give you a real reading for something that's simple. Trying to help though, trying to help. So let's find out, is he in love with you? All right, give me a second, sweetheart. Okay, so the first thing I see is there's a construction site. So I don't know if he works near one or maybe he lives near a place that's being remodeled or that's where he works, you know, whatever. This is, you know, this is accurate. I just don't know how it fits him. I'm seeing a construction site and I'm seeing that he's not part of the site, but he's near it. And I do see a interest in a woman that has no interest in him. Her hair is very styled, and I don't think it's you. It's maybe about shoulder length, but she goes through trouble to give it like volume. I don't know the hairdresser terms, whatever. You know, there's like regular combing it out, natural look, or a blowout or something like that. So this indicates that there's styling in it, okay, effort style. And she just doesn't give him, so there is someone he likes, they're not in romantically involved. He's interested in her, he's attracted to her, but he's afraid to say anything and he doesn't even think it would lead to anything. And she's given him zero signal. So there is, so I'm not saying that he won't, you know, entertain connection with you. Obviously, guys will get what they can if it's convenient and they're single. But I'm seeing that there's this crush, like in like a like yeah, it's a crush that he has on this woman, and it's not going to lead to anything. But the fact that his mind is so intrigued with her, that's not cool. That means that you're second place or third. That's not right. So I suggest you do what you want, but you know, I suggest that you give yourself value. And if he doesn't pursue you or give you the attention that you need, uh, you know, then go focus on somebody that will. You know, I'm sure your mother and father didn't bring you into this world for you to be third place. And I'm sure the day you have children, or if you do, you don't want that for your child or your daughter. I'm sure. So don't accept that shit from anybody. I'm not saying break the tie. You know, I'm saying be sweet and available to a degree to see where he goes with it, but don't make it so easy and kiss his butt. That's my personal opinion. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. And find out about the construction place, because that's where she is. If you need to find out about his life. Okay. There's the connection. All right. Let's see. Brittany, is Melissa cheating on you? I'm seeing a person wearing a hoodie and they're reading a book. They're into maybe like new age kind of things, spiritual things, magical things, stuff like that. I don't know who that person is, but I feel that they are not comfortable feeling understood. So this is a person that is isolating for a reason. I also see a little bit of Boston. I don't know what Boston, Massachusetts has to do with this person. I don't see anyone they're involved with, but I see them, you know, into their own thing, but not happy. So I'm sorry, that's the answer that I have for you. Take it or leave it. Let's see. Janisha, will Jenna cut you off? Okay. Jaya is asking about Janisha. Is the question true or false? There's something about the question. Yeah. I'm sorry if you're being genuine, but there's something to your question. And if I feel an energy shift, I'm not going to answer it. I do apologize. Let's see. Let's see. Kayla, will Roland and you reconcile? Yes, I do see a person offering someone something. So if you're, you know, together someplace, he could say, you know, here, do you want some? So that would indicate there's a personal, you know, connection, hanging out, talking, eating, whatever. If it's a birthday, it would be a gift. And again, I don't know the scenario where he offers something to you. It can be, it's not like highly romantic. It's more like a kind gesture where the feeling and the vibe is very mellow. So I do see connection. I do see talking. I do see being under the same roof. I do see face to face. I do see a television, a large one on the wall. It doesn't seem to be on furniture. Ugh. So again, this indicates, you know, communication. But I'm not seeing something take off in a romantic way strongly. So this lets me know there's some thick story there. So I hope that helps. You will speak. I just don't see anything happening, you know, at least in this point in time. Let's see. Venus is asking, is Freddie interested in you? Yes, this indicates a man who's worried about his finances. He feels like a self-esteem issue. I don't know if he's hinted that or even told you flat out, or maybe his friends. It's a person concerned about making an impression. So this is like when someone says to you, do you mind that I don't make that much? Or like, like one of those comments where obviously the guy is concerned that he's not fancy enough or makes enough. All I'm trying to say to you is that money, status, he's a bartender. Does he feel bad about it? Because bartenders can make pretty good money. And sometimes it's an in-between while they're studying something else. He feels not embarrassed because he's a hardworking person, but he feels like maybe not good enough for you. Has he said something like that to you? Because these are the feelings. So the best thing you could do is to comfort him in that way, because he's very, very sensitive. Okay, he feels intimidated, so which means he's very into you. So he's sensitive, and he really likes you a lot, but it would be a shame that he ends up getting out of the situation because he feels it's overwhelming. So one of the things you should do, I really like his energy, and I really think that you guys can work out long term. I just feel that he's got to get over that stuff. You got to maybe do something to just say, look, I'm going to prove to you it's about you. Like, I like you and I like the way you make me feel. So stop, because I'm not going to let you do that. Be strong about it. And he's like, damn, okay. Be something like that where you're very dominant with that, because I really think he's cool. Okay, maybe that's it. There's something. Yeah. So maybe don't tell him so much about your life. Don't tell him you've dated wealthy people or that you're this or that. If he already knows, don't talk about it. Talk about something else. Talk about what he likes. Because the more you say about you, the more it's intimidating to him, if you really want something with him. All right, thank you so much. All right, guys, I'll be back. I'll pop in again. I do have to go really quick. There's a client that is calling me for a private reading. I can't do the private reading now, but I'll be back. I just have to take their call. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I do have to take a call, YouTube. Thank you so much. Hey, you, sweetie. Hi. How are you? Oh, you know what? I was gonna, give me 1 second, Beatrice. I was gonna do your thing. I gotta go real soon. I gotta go. I'll be back. But yeah, no, I wanted to, I gotta do your thing that I haven't posted. And I also wanted to hear your voice on the live one of these days. I wanted to, yeah, I know. Hi, sweetheart. I'll talk to you soon. I wanted to tell you something. Oh, you're in school now? Okay. It's like 11:08 right now, but I have to take a call for a client, and then I'll hop back on the live. I'm doing a quick late night. I'll be back tomorrow. Half the day I'm closed, but I'll be back tomorrow.